plugged them up. Like I said, I about forgot the video. So you're only using these two wires from the wiring harness. Green with a red stripe. Green with a red stripe coming off the alternator plug. A green with a red stripe. That is a on run, which like switch running hot. And the yellow goes straight to the battery post on the solenoid here. Same way with the big wire. Now you have these two big wires on the alternator here. They both link together right here in the one wire, and then that's the wire you hook down here. That's one wire, and all it does is feed back over here to the hot side on the solenoid, which this is your positive post. See, I put my little red post on there. That's what we got. That's the alternator. Pretty simple. This is considered a 2G, and the alternator we took off, which wow is very big. It is. Oh, what I don't even know what it is. Oh, I stuck it in here with the rest of the stuff. This thing is massive. It is massive. This car had a 100 amp alternator on it, and it is huge. It went bad on me, so this is a brand new 100 amp alternator. So now I'll use it for something. But it wouldn't even fit my bracketry, so that's why we have no bracketry. I mean, that's why we had to go with the 2G. All right, Rick, what you got over here?
Got an air compressor to go on the Zephyr.
Man,
cleaning it up, kind of polishing it up, bringing it back.
Cool, looking good. Hopefully it works.
Looking good.
Hopefully it works.
Hopefully it will. Hopefully it will.
Because if it don't work, yeah, we'll be spending money on that. I hope it will work. But all right, let's show you what I got over here. Got the hard line on. Put the hard line on. I kind of wish they had a plug here. I may try to find me one to go there. That's kind of buggery, but yeah, I just like the hard line because you ain't got the hoses all hanging out in the way. And gotta get me another clamp. I'm running out of hose clamps. But that's what we're working on. I like the way it goes in there. It looks neat and clean. Be tucked up under the breather. Looks good. I was gonna paint it, but yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna drive this car, enjoy it. All right, well, we got a lot of headway tonight. We got our breather on, got our distributor finally set. We're probably gonna have to move it one tooth. We got our AC on, our brackets on. We have got power steering pump, got our lower rad hose, lower pulley on. She is really coming together. Although I am worried about one thing. You know, I showed y'all how to wire the alternator and everything. The alternator light was on the whole time, and I was trying to get, I'll show you what I was working on so you'll know why I had the test light in there at the fuse panel with the switch on. Is I'm trying to wire up the battery light. This one has three, battery light. I guess the battery warning light, fluid light, whatever. This one has 2 wires. This one has 3 wires. So I was trying to figure out if it had power here or what was going on. So I took my test lighter to make sure the instrument light was, the instrument fuse was good, which is this fuse right here. It's warning lights. Well, everything's working in the dash, but then when I brought the test light in here and touched some stuff in here and made sure everything was working, alternator light went off. So is that supposed to happen? I always thought if the car wasn't running, the alternator light was on. Once the car's fired and running, the alternator light's off, unless the alternator's bad. So I have something to figure out. Or maybe I'm overreacting, I don't know. We'll find out. So maybe the next thing we get the radiator in it, fan on it. I'm done tonight. I got to go in. Got to work tomorrow. Well, like I said, I was overreacting on the alternator light. Come to find out it was just the light bulb itself, which I finally got that figured out. Then I started messing with my brake lights. I didn't have, these Zephyrs have an odd little symbol in the dash that it shows it's the brakes. And it looks like a drum with 2 pads on each side. I'll show it to you. It works off of ground. So I couldn't get it to work. Well, the reason why is the bulb in it was the back, the board, I can't remember the name of it now. Printed board on the back of it is wore out, so they don't really connect that good. I ground out a few things, boom, it works. Because I kept getting the power at the back of the cluster, gauge cluster, but it wasn't working. And I grounded the back of the gauge cluster on the bulb, and boom, the light come on. After I went through I don't know how many lights. Then I figured out the switch on the emergency brake was just old, and I kept moving it up and down, kept moving it down, got that to work. And the warning, the fluid switch underneath the dash, it works off the ground too. So anytime you have trouble with this, well, on these cars, which I imagine it's all of them, the cluster has power for the lights to work, full-time power when you turn the switch on. But the other side, the ground side, works through all the switches, like your brake switch on your emergency brakes and your brake switch on your master cylinder, the fluid level. So I learned that lesson. Pretty good. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right. On this dash, you'll see, well, let it focus. See this right here? It's an odd little symbol, but to me it looks like a brake drum with 2 shoes. The engine light, now, when I put this motor in here and I put manual gauges, I eliminated the sending units. So that's not going to work. I could make it work, but I'm not going to. But I have all them gauges working. The clock has power, but it's not working. And I could take it apart and go in there, but I ain't really worried about all that. Be nice, though. Would be nice. But yeah, these work off grounds. All these have power all the time. They need the ground to make them work. Oh, we got the radiator in, which come to find out after paying attention now, putting it back in, it looks like a Fox body radiator that was in the car, because it don't quite fit the saddles, but it's still on the rubber, so that's good. Shroud, fan, fits beautiful, like it was made this way. So we have got all our battery lights and all that worked out now. We have put fluid in it, antifreeze. You can see it down there a little bit. So far, no leaks, which we ain't cranked it up yet. And we set the seat in there. With the shifter, yeah. Oh, we just set it in there. We're gonna have to, this is with the seat all the way back. Now, let's just say my wife wants to drive it. This is all the way back. So I'm gonna change this handle and get me a Hurst handle and round ball. And then Rick is going to modify the seat. We're hoping about. Well, Rick, tell us what you want to do. Tell us what you want to do.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna get the shifter in there, then we're gonna put the seat in place, and then we're gonna get his wife in here, and then we're gonna get her up to where she's comfortable with the pedals down below. That's going to give me my course to where I can come in and see if I need to how far I need to half moon this in here without really taking any of all this off. So yeah, once I get done with all that, she should be able to shift beautiful where she's comfortable at in the seat.
All right. So not close, not far away. Not far away. We're soaking the carburetor. A friend of mine gave it to me. We went and picked up a car, and I'm soaking it in WD-40, and I poured WD-40 in it. It looks like a fairly decent car. Its carburetor is just corroded a little bit. So won't be long. we have, oh, we did get our breather fit. Yeah, y'all, I think I showed y'all that earlier. Got our air conditioning lines on.
Rat hoses.
Yeah, we got all the rad hoses on. Look, there's the 87 dryer. 87 dryer mounted. I got the wire. Got to do that next, but I cannot find my plug. I've looked on every harness. I cannot find it. So I guess I'm gonna have to buy one. So we're not worried about that right now. I got to get my belt. I'm gonna take the belt off my blue car and take it uptown and get me a new belt, which actually both of them need a new belt. So we should be cranking it here soon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Oh, started.
Hey, guess what? We're trying this out. All right, got help. It's leaking. What's the carburetor still leaking? Well, let's just see if we can get it to fire off.
Do it again. Do it again.
Do it again. Let me look see if it's gonna leak anymore.
Here we go. Ready?
Try again.
Oh, we're going the wrong way.
I don't think so.
Ready?
Find out here in a minute.
That looks like it might work. Right.
That low in time or just too far high now?
Huh?
What do I know where that is?
Right.
It's almost like the ignition's cutting out. What's
Try again.
No, I think
This is just carburetor. But it's squirting gas. I mean, goddamn, I gotta have a gallon down there.
well, all right.
Try again.
Bring the fun.
All right, try it now. Good.
Try again.
That's a little high. We're trying to kick back.
Seems like it does better. Don't try to get no gas. Do it.
All right, try it. Keep trying.
Yeah,
Try it.
try again. Try that.
Right here.
What in the... It's got plenty of fuel.
Yeah, that's too much.
I ain't got no gas in it.
Huh. All right, technical difficulties. We're back. We figured it out. We had a vacuum leak. We got a couple things plugged off. Here we go.
You know.
You shit.
That's a good thing to say right now.
Oh, Bob, crank it up.
Beep it. Let's see what happened.
Here we go.
Running out of fuel or just left?
So we're leaking water over there. Something, I seen something here over off that. Yeah, it's leaking over there.
Well, it's leaking right there at the one that you,
Cut.
no. Yep, yep,
This one?
yep. No.
Oh, it's right here.
Yep,
That one right there.
yep.
Yeah.
It's probably because you got about 60 pounds too much on that damn clamp.
I don't know why it's not like pouring gas through it. Go ahead, do it again.
It's probably these things bleeders is probably.
Bring it
clogged
on.
up.
Bring it down.
Here we go.
Do it again.
Keep pouring water out the back. Okay.
Now that's a Zephyr, y'all.
That's the
That's the
Zephyr.
grocery getter.
We're back. Burn like a kid. Got all the leaks and everything fixed. Okay, I'm making it a little ragged. We'll see what it sounds like. Hang on here. Yeah. Turn y'all around. You can hear the header collectors dangling. I need to put them on.